Hey guys, this is Isaiah C. from theoutdoorexperiment.com, and basically all we're going to be doing is drive around looking for deer. This is the first phase of scouting. This is what I do every year. This is how I start every hunting season off. It's technically not hunting season yet, but it will be soon. Starting off on a county highway in Wisconsin, and let's get going. What's happening? Zoom in on that. Got a deer right there. Can you tell what it is?
It's a doe.
That's a good start for tonight. We got about an hour before the sun sets. You know, if you really want to get a deer, you're going to have to do a lot of scouting, and it's better to start before the season, because right when the season starts, you'll know where to pick up. Because if you wait till the hunting season, it's pretty much too late. And so that's what we're doing. It's 3 weeks before the bow season. To be honest with you, I shot some video. We started easily end of spring, beginning of summer, and even after the season, I went walking around just to see. Oh, there they are! Look, hold on. We're gonna come back around and we'll get that on video. There's a whole field of them. Oh man, there's more. Okay, let's see if we can count them. I gotta turn around someplace. We're on a highway. I can't just slam on the brakes. I don't want to get in an accident. Can you see how many? There we go. Okay, get a move here. There we go. How many? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're looking to their left. And we got another group. Hold on, there's another group right out here. If we're lucky, there might be some bugs. There we go. 4 plus how many are here? You know, part of what we're doing is, you know, you're just looking for them, seeing where they're going, seeing what they're doing, seeing what they're eating, and that's a big group of deer. I mean, if you saw that when you were hunting, you'd have a pretty good chance of getting something. But what we're looking for are some of those bucks too, because that should be pretty interesting. Usually you'll see a herd or so of bucks, maybe 6 or 7 at a time if you're lucky. But we're gonna keep driving. We're gonna keep looking. Those 2 babies. There we go. 2 young ones. And a mother, could be a year or so old. Oh, that's a buck right there. Yep, and gone. They're hiding. We're probably scared the crap out of them. Right now is an awesome time to go out because it's 7 o'clock. It gets dark. Technically, sunset is at 7:30. You still probably have another maybe half an hour of actual light where you could visually see things without a flashlight or a light. In the morning's also a very good time, but it's hard because the morning, I don't know what it is about the morning, but deer are kind of sporadic and unpredictable. But in the evening, they're basically waiting to get out and start eating again. Oh, bucks, right there. Here we go. Be quiet. There we go. There's a buck. There's a buck. A doe or a baby. Here, what do we got here? So what's that? Oh, you're right in the way. So we're scouting, and this is why we came out, to get a nice photo of these guys. Look at that rack there. That's not bad at all. Still in velvet. They haven't shed their velvet yet. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus the 8 plus the 4. Oh yeah, there's another buck. So this is kind of a bachelor group, but it's also with the other ones. He's looking. Oh, yep. He knows. They're running. That was cool, huh? Got one more. Little ones, see, they're younger. Oh, yeah, that's a younger one. They both look younger. Does that one on the right have horns? They both look younger. The younger, stupider ones tend to not run so readily. They're getting nervous because of us, but
They probably just caught wind of us. You know, it probably took that long for our scent to travel the field. There's really no wind right now. But look, he's younger and kind of foolish. Took them forever to get out of the field after they smelt us. Those older bucks, though, as soon as they smelt us, they were gone. And that's the difference between an older, smarter deer and a younger, more foolish deer. So that's you know, that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to get out here and see where they're going and see what kind of deer are out and about. There's always some good bucks around. Whether or not they come into your area, just, I mean, it depends on what time of the year is, if it's the rut, if the rut's going on, or if they're hungry and where you're hunting. We don't have access to all this property that we're going to be driving around and looking at, only some of it. And I'm going to keep going because I think they might have ran into this next field. We might get a chance to see them again. But, you know, what I do is I go on, I start looking for them, and then I try to count. I make a game out of it. See how many deer you can count driving around and see what your number is. So what, we got 7 plus 8 plus 4, what's that? That's 12 plus 7, that's 19 deer so far. My record in this area was 36. One night I saw 36 different deer, and that's a lot of deer. Just to see driving around. And you know, we saw some good ones. Those are nice big bucks there. They're still in velvet. It's important to see the deer and know where they are, because otherwise, you know, as soon as that hunting season starts, you're not gonna know where to go, you're not gonna know where to look and what to look for. You got anything back here? You know, that's 90% of hunting, is being in the right place at the right time. And if you're not there, you know, you're not gonna get anything. And that's disappointing. Nobody likes that. You know, after you see them, you know where they are. Basically, you come to the same area where you saw them last, and you look for them again. You'll try to pattern them so you get a roundabout idea where they're going and what time of day they'll be there. There's one right here, real close, right to the right here. He's real close to the road. Right.
He's like a big, okay, look at his top side.
Right here. There's a baby one here. There he is. See, he's not gonna run away very fast. He hears me talking. Here's a click of the camera. As soon as they smell, they'll get more wary, but that's a young one. They're a little foolish, and there's one like right here. Right in these weeds right here. And they're like right in front of us. I saw him. There's another one over here. Right over there at the hedgerow. He's looking. I mean, it's like 20 yards from here. There he is, right there, to your right. Oh, what's... There it is. See those two? To the right? Really close. And there's more back there.
See the one in the middle.
To your right. Right there. There's two back there, and then all the way on that far edge of the field, right over there, there's 1, 2. Oh, look, they're running, hightailing.
Oh, right here.
All the way back there. Watch them run. See, they caught wind of us. It took that long for the sun to get there. Pretty animal. They're not too scared. Too alarmed. Got one. Going back. Those two over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6, 7. So that's 7 plus what, 19? We're at 25 deer already. And that's what we're talking about, 25 deer. Okay, let's keep going because we can see more.
It's foggy, so all my photos
Oh,
look.
fog looks neat. And this is that head road that I always see them. Right there, no. They're always down here. We don't have access to this field for, oh, they're there, 3 more. Come on. Right about there. No, oh, holy cow. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 31. Okay, we're breaking the record now. See them? They're always sitting right there. Literally right there in that field. It's just like the perfect spot. I gotta go look on it. Google Maps and do like a little satellite search. 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 7 plus the 25. Okay, I just lost track. How much? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus the 25. That's 32. Right? 32, not 31. Breaking the record on this one. That's another one. 33. That's a tiny one. That's just it. That's the thing. So she's getting the photos of them. We'll show some photos on the blog site, but also on the video. And that's all you're trying to do is find where they're going. I know for a fact that, I mean, I could come through this spot right here and look on that corner right there and know that there's going to be deer there. Almost every time I drive past, they're sitting right there. We don't have access to this one, but there's other spots that we do have access to that they're going to be right there too. The whole point is just to know what they're doing. So the other thing that's good to know is you can look at this field, you can look at the spots where you have access to that you know where they're going to, and you look for landmarks, trails, streams, fields, roads, and try to figure out what it is about that specific spot that always kind of bottlenecks them into that area. They're always right there. Why? Look at a satellite picture from Google Maps. That's one of the things I do, and or regular maps, and try to figure out, you know, what the deal is. So I'm gonna keep driving. Wow, look at that fog. No.
Oh, right there.
That's a pile of stuff.
That's a pile of stuff. Here, let me take.
Look at that fog though. That's pretty neat, huh?
Hold on. Let me take a photo.
It's a neat dawn too. Like a nice red dawn.
Okay, we gotta get more. That's 32, right? 32 deer? I'll count it. I'm pretty sure that's 32. Let's see if we could break the record. Usually they're almost any. Oh, here's 3 more. Boom, we just hit the record. 36. Right here. Oh, I gotta go in reverse. Crap. This one's a hard one because there's crap in the way. 1, 2, and 3. See it back there? Oh yeah, the leaves are stopping it. It's making it blurry. 36.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay, we're not gonna get photos of these ones, but we're gonna keep going. I'm just gonna leave my blinkers on permanently. Yeah, there's 3 back there. And see if we can get some more. Keep your eyes peeled. So scouting is basically, this is the first part of scouting. Scouting is basically driving around and looking for where the deer are. I do it every year. It's the first thing I start doing is driving around and looking. And you know, you're just trying to locate them. You're trying to figure out where they are, where they're going, and you're trying to figure out what they're doing. And that's important because when the season comes, that's what's going to tell you where to go hunting. I mean, it's really that simple. It doesn't get any more complicated than that. If you don't spend your time scouting, you may find it difficult to find deer when you're trying to hunt. And a lot of people, they don't do any scouting. They go to the same tree stand in the same spot every year. They hunt the same, you know, 100 yards of woods that they could see every year. They walk into the same trail, and deer figure that out and they avoid it. Look at that sky like that. See that? That's the other reason why we come out here and do this, is because it's just beautiful and it's just worth looking at. Look at that landscape there. It's beautiful. Why wouldn't you want to come out here and look? So we saw our quota, our 36. We didn't beat the record yet. We still have some time left in the night. Maybe we'll beat the record, maybe we won't. But this is worth not beating the record, seeing this. And seeing that sky. Look at that sky out there. Just beautiful sunset with the fog. Oh yeah, I hope opening morning looks something like this. Because then I'll be in heaven even if I don't see a deer. I mean, this is 90% of hunting. This is like the best part of hunting anyways. You know? And it doesn't get any better than this, so. Okay, there's gonna be some on the right here, or there should be. Yep, there they are right there. counted these 3. All right, you got it? All right, let's keep going. Look to the left, there's gonna be some more. Oh, they're out in the middle of the field now. You can see them out there. Boom. There's a silhouette right over here. See the silhouette? It's like misty. Is that some lightning in the background too? Some heat lightning. There's another one. We don't count these ones either. We counted these before. And there's more back over this way too. Although you can't see them. Don't worry about getting it all in one day, you know. We're gonna, I popped it in neutral. We're gonna come back out and do it again, you know. That's the whole beauty, is you're always looking and you're always scouting, because it's, you know, what we like doing. And that's the best part about hunting. Oh, there's 3 over there. 4.
Yeah, I remember that.
4 behind you. Here, look. Now these ones, I know we didn't see already. Those deer, they could be even cranky. Sometimes they're easy mistake. We've busted the record. How many is that? 1, 2, hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 42. Bam. Straight out in front of you. Oh yeah, there's more over to the right. 42, 43. 44, 45, and there's another one. Oh my God, 46. Oh, can you see that? I'm shaking because I'm trying to hang onto the camera with one hand. All the way back there, 46.
It's hard to tell.
46 deer, Pania. These are different. These ones count. We didn't see these ones before.
It's like in the movies, you know, like where, you know, they like start popping out like ghosts or something, like in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, they're like ghosts. They're deer. They're smart. They're hiding all day long. They know what they're doing.
They look like
know
little haystacks.
Little haystacks with heads. All right, let's keep going. That was 46. Remember that, 46. Wow, we busted the record today.
I bet we didn't count all of them back there.
No, we didn't, because there was. It's foggy and there's probably more back there. There's some small ones maybe hiding, stuff like that. It's getting dark. We're gonna try to get back to the highway and get down the road a little to where we haven't looked, see if we could get that 46 up. But it's obvious that there's a really strong and populous deer population here. It's pretty obvious that there's deer just, I mean, galore. It's not like that everywhere, and that's another thing that people don't understand, is you're not necessarily gonna see tons of deer in every place in Wisconsin, and part of it is because of the landscape. You know, up north where there's more woods, they're more spread out because there's more room for them to spread out, but also because there's not as much food as down south here where there's farm fields all over. We're surrounded by soybean fields, and that increases the population heavily. The deer grow very robustly. It allows more food for them the whole year round. Oh yeah, we got some lightning over there. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen heat lightning, so it's actually pretty cool. I just couldn't get it on camera.
Yeah, getting that on camera is like almost impossible. But yeah, heat lightning, I guess it's called heat lightning. It's lightning between clouds, not onto the ground, which is pretty common, but I suppose if you never pay attention, you never realize what it is. They are right back there. You can see there's one, popping his head up. We're not counting those. We could have seen those before. That storm's riding up. They'll look for shelter during a storm. That's part of what kicks them up too, is they know that storm's coming and they're gonna be hungry. There's the way their stomach's set up is it allows them It allows them to eat and then regurgitate their food and chew and eat later. So like they'll eat some, they'll have it in their stomach, they'll go hide in a safe place, and then they'll finish eating and chewing and digesting their food. But they're really gonna look for those open fields with the browse and the soybeans and the fresh greens and stuff. So when a storm comes like that, that's where you're gonna see them in mass. That's why we saw 46 tonight. Okay, I haven't pulled over yet, but look at that fog out in that field like that. That's just beautiful. You feel like you're on a misty mountaintop or something. No, just Wisconsin. Just the trees, just nature. Nothing to be afraid of here, folks. Sometimes they seem off to the left here. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. I'll pull over. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that looks, oh, is that 5? 3 babies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 46 to 51. So that's a mother and looks like 3 yearlings. They look small, they don't have any dots or spots on them. So they could be yearlings. But more than likely, typically it only takes about a year or so for the spots. So that's like 2 years of babies and a mother right there that survived the hunting seasons. So either way, that's 5, that brings us to 51. Mama's getting worried. Now that's not necessarily the mother they were born to either. Yep, look, all in a row, like little ducklings or something. Mom, 2 years ago, this year. Are we ready? Alright, they're gone.
I didn't get any good shots of all of them together because
That's okay. You might find the area total opposite of where you've been going is where all the best deer are. You know, you just don't know. And their patterns change. They'll stay similar from year to year because most of the time the landscape stays really similar. But they'll change sometimes, and you'll find that one spot was good one year, might not be good the next year. And that's why hunters that sit in tree stands and they have their pick spots year after year, I just don't understand why they do that. I do, but I don't. And sometimes if it's a really good spot, you'll get it. I'll admit, 2 of my spots this year are exactly the same as they were last year. Because there are tons of deer there, but there are other spots where I've seen tons of deer regularly and I've not seen them there, and it's because the landscape changes, the crops change, the fields change, something happened, they moved up and head out, whatever. You know, so that's something that you can't calculate by just sitting in one spot every year. You got to get up, you got to move around. You don't want to spend too much time just driving around randomly. Typically you look in areas where you know there's some hunting land that's available to you, and then you look for where the deer are, and then once you find them, then you pick a spot near there. That's the best thing to do. This would be called macro scouting to some degree, borderlining on the micro scouting, you know, in the sense that we're in a big broad area and we're trying to consolidate where the majority of the deer and stuff like that are. It's dark, can't see nothing, so we're gonna call it quits for tonight. That's enough of me talking, and we'll go at it another day. So overall, this was successful. We beat the record from last time. Last time it was 36 deer. That was the most deer I've counted in one night in this area. This time, what is 52 or 51? I'm pretty sure it was 52 deer we saw tonight, cruising around in the same area. I was sure not to count certain ones twice. And that's successful. That's probably one of the most successful nights I've ever had scouting deer. Is when you see 52 deer, you're doing something right. You know you're getting there, you're figuring out what they're doing and stuff like that. So I hope you guys learned something from scouting. I hope you enjoy coming along with me. This is what I do with my time, a lot of my free time, not all of it, but a lot of it, and this is how I find the deer that I see. I get one almost every year. I get multiple opportunities to shoot deer. Rarely do I get a huge buck. If I see one, I'll take it. But some years, you only see a little small one, or you only get close enough to a little small one, but that's good enough. You don't have to turn it into this really drawn out hard process of shooting these huge bucks. That's what a lot of people are doing, but a lot of that is just, it's consumerism trying to sell you better products, and if they don't have something that's exclusive to very few, they can't really push you into feeling like you need to buy more stuff. Does that make sense? And I'm not trying to insult people in general, or I'm not trying to insult the way our system works, because it's all based off consumerism. or you know, capitalism, if you want to call it that. At this point, I don't know if I would call it that. Okay, I'm going on a tangent, but you know, that's not what it all is. A lot of it is just appreciating the deer, appreciating nature. I love getting a good, nice, big buck on video camera just as much as I like shooting it, and that's fun. Or a lot of the stuff you can figure out on your own. You're going to want to try to figure it on your own. There's nothing compared to just getting out there and doing it. If you don't know what to do, start with a pair of binoculars or a camera and just go out and try to shoot some photos. You know, check out our blog. There's going to be, I'll put some posts on it, and I'll put more information on there at the outdoorexperiment.com. And we'll put more information about scouting, some more details. I hope you guys had fun, because I certainly did. And until next time, this is Isaiah C. from the outdoorexperiment.com. Get this on video. I don't know how good this is going to turn out, but standing behind the truck and watching the heat lightning, because it just looks totally nice and cool. There you go. It's beautiful. Come over here. You can see it better. Here, right here. Come over here. Step over here. And this is, you know, this is nature. We're witnessing nature. Yeah, the camera's failing a little bit here to capture it, I'm sure.